Let's work out on this question. This is one of the basic question on compound interest. What is the difference between the compound interest on rupees 12,000 at 20% per annum for 1 year when the interest is compounded yearly and half yearly? So when the interest is compounded yearly, the rate of interest will be 20%. So as it is only 1 year, so whether it's a simple interest or compound interest, in case of compounding yearly, the interest will be 20% on 12,000. So let's calculate in case of yearly interest 12,000 is 20%, and 20% can be taken as a 0.2. So I cancel this, and 12 to 24, 2,400. This is for yearly. What happens if it is half yearly? In case of half yearly, the principal remains same as 12,000, but rate of interest will change because this 20% rate of interest is for 1 year. Look at this, per annum. When you consider for half year, so divide it by 2. So I will get 10% as an rate of interest for half yearly. So my R will change here 10%, and so is the year, because when you are considering half year, in a year we have 2 half years are there. Therefore, I should consider N as 2. So N is equal to 2 half years. So let's take the first half year. What is the interest? So 10% on 12,000. So that is 1,200. And for second half year, again 10% on 12,000 plus the interest on previous interest. So here 10% on 1,200, which is 120. So this 2,400 gives us the 2,400 plus 120. The total is 2,520. This is when compounded half yearly. So what is the difference between yearly compounding and half yearly compounding? Here I can see it is 2,400 and here it is 2,520. Or else I can see here 2,400 and here it is 2,400 plus 120. So my additional interest is this 120. So what's my answer? 120 is my answer. So can you see the option? Option choice 2. The same question can also be answered in a different method, and that is percentage approach. And that percentage approach is, if I go for 20% for 1 year and compounding yearly, so whether it's a simple interest or compound interest, the rate of interest will be 20 years or 20%, because it is getting compounding yearly and the interest is 20%. So in case of yearly compounding, the interest is 20. Let's take half yearly compounding. When half yearly compounding, rate of interest will become 10%. So I will take first half year 10%, second half year 10% plus 10% of the previous 10%, and that is 1%. So what is the total here? That's 20% plus 1%, which is 21%. So what is the total difference in the interest? The total difference in the interest, if compounded yearly, is 20%. If compounded half yearly, it is 21%. That means the difference is 1%. 1% of what? 1% of principal, which is 12,000. So I will simply calculate 1% of 12,000. So let's take that. This is 12,000 and 1% is nothing but 0.1. So as 2 zeros gets cancelled, 120. This should be my answer. So here also we got the same 120. So I request you to follow the second method, not the first one. Now here question 2. In a certain sum amounts to rupees 11,388 in 4 years. Amounts to rupees. So this is my amount in 4 years at 14% per annum on simple interest. We know simple interest for every year is same. For first year 14%, second year 14%, third year 14%, and fourth year is also 14%. At what rate of interest can some principal be same principal be lent to earn rupees 2,920 more simple interest in 12 years. Okay, hope you understood the question. Now let's work out. This figure is 11,388 is a amount, and the amount is equal to, we know that, principal plus interest. So here principal is always 100% and the interest depending on the number of years and the rate of interest. So here 4 years and per annum is 14%. So 14 into 4 is 56. So the interest, overall interest he gets is 56. Therefore the amount is 100 plus 56 is 156% of the principal, and which is equal to 11,388. So by using this, I can get the principal and I will apply that principal to work out the required question. So let's find out what is P. Now P is equal to, I need to work out 100%, whereas 156% is given. So 156% is equal to 11,388. Then what is 100%? So into simply 100 by 156. So we can also write down this in this way. After some time we should come out from the equation method. I have 156%. I need to find out 100%. I repeat, I have 156%, which is 11,388, and I need to find out 100%. So that 11,388 into, my requirement is 100%, so into 100 by, the given number is 156%, so divided it by 156. So when you cancel this, you can see that this gets cancelled 73 times. 73 into 100, 7,300. This is my principal. And what about interest? So the interest is 56%. So now I will work out 56%, whereas I know 156. What is that 156%? 11,388. So directly write down this 11,388 into interest is 56%, so I will write 56. Whatever I need, that should be in numerator. By, the given number is 156%, so divided by 156. This gets cancelled 73 times. 73 into 56, and that gives us 4,088. So this is interest. Now, if I look at the question, then at what rate the interest can at what rate of interest can the same principal be lent to earn 2,920 more principal? Now, more interest, simple interest. Now here I got in simple interest of 4,088. He wants 2,920 more. That means interest 2. The required interest is 4,088 plus 2,920, and which gives us 7,008. So this is my required interest. And the question is at what rate? And I know the rate formula, R is equal to SI into 100. So my required interest is 7,008 into 100 by P into T. And what is P? 7,300 is P. So 7,300 into T. And here T is mentioned 12 years. So divided by 12. So by cancelling this, I am not showing the whole calculation. You can do it, or in the classroom I can explain that part, how to reduce the time while you are cancelling this. So when you cancel this, you get the 8%. So my required percentage is 8. Do we have option? Yes. But you may ask, do we have any alternate method to answer the question? Because I can see a lot of facts are there in order to answer this question. Now see the second method. Method 2. Now here this 11,388 is what percentage of the principal? That depends on time and rate of interest. Time is 4 years and rate of interest is 14% per annum. So 14 into 4 is 56%. So this amount is 100 plus 56, which is 156%. 56%. And what is my required amount at the end of 12 years? I need, according to the question, 2,920 more interest. That means my amount should be 11,388 plus additional interest, and that additional interest is 2,920. 2,920. This should be my amount, which gives us 14,308. Now there is a small logic here. This 11,388. This is what percentage of the principal? 156% of the principal. Now my requirement is not 11,388. It is 11,388 plus additional interest, that is 2,920, which is 14,308. That means I need this much money, 14,308. Then this money will be what percentage? I know 11,000 plus is 156%. Then this 14,000 plus will be what percentage? Let's put them into the equation. And that is 11,388 into is equal to 156%. Then 14,308 is what percentage? So into 14,308 divided by 11,388. So when you divide this, cancel this, you get and that figure I am writing down here in order to avoid the time consumption in calculation. So 196. Now what is this 196? 196 is an amount, because this 14,308 is an amount. This is, and this is 196% of the principal. So this is amount. So what is the interest here? So the interest is equal to 196 minus 100, which is 96% is the overall interest. In how many years this interest is? In 12 years. Then in 1 year how much? So that is 96 divided by 12, which is 8. So 8% is my answer. Can you see the same thing here?